Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company of Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we are going to have a 1v1 on Kholodny Ferma. Our heroes today are going to be Marcus2389 playing for the Soviets, and we have NIRAer playing for the Germans. So right off the bat, we see that NIRAer got himself his doctrine, went for Ostrupen, so yeah. Very popular strategy going on right now. A lot of people are still experimenting with it, still trying it out, but it is very popular for those that about the commander. They're going to get themselves Ostrupen right off the bat. Very weak units, but allows them to cap right off the bat. And we can see that NIRAer has already gotten himself 3 Ostrupen. Well, again, like I said, right off the bat. And Marcus, like most Soviets, is just getting himself conscripts, and we see one conscript squad in the center of the map and a second one being produced. So you can see the appeal of the Ostrupen for a lot of players. I mean, the Soviet player is barely right now at the 1 minute and 10-second mark around getting himself his third squad, essentially, his second set of conscripts, and Germans already have 3 or more Ostrupens at that point. So that is essentially the appeal. They are, however, horrible at fighting, and well, we will see that nearby. So anyways, we hear a small engagement, conscripts jumping into the house, taking some shots at something. No, I don't think it was them, actually. Yeah, I think it was this squad over here. So yeah, Ostrupens running into the combat engineers in the center. The Ostrupens do run away and decide to jump over the fence, going for this point, because even the combat engineers can kick their ass and actually kill them out completely, while sometimes not even losing any of their own men. So yeah, that's how bad they are. But, well, they are still capable of capping just as good as any other squad, so they are going to fulfill that purpose. Center of the map, we see conscripts just capturing, and we are now up to 3 conscripts for Marcus. NIRAer decided to go for tier 2 right off the bat, and I gotta stop saying right off the bat. Went for tier 2 right away, and just getting himself 3 Ostrupen to allow him to have some capping capabilities, not caping. So yeah, Ostrupens up north. It looks like they're gonna get engaged by this conscript squad, and yeah, there you go. Shots fired. Ostrupens do manage to capture that point, and they're gonna run and get themselves into that shack. Conscripts are gonna be able to capture that point, and well, the Ostrupens are actually gonna be quite fine. They will be able to stay alive quite decently in the house because of their amount of protection, and only 2 of them can actually fire back, so not a lot of shots going back towards the conscripts. Another engagement out south, we see the combat engineers engaging the Ostrupens, and with the backup of a conscript squad, the Ostrupens run away. They are down to 3 men, and they might actually go down to 2 before they get back home. Conscripts are essentially chasing them, and no, it looks like it's actually going to make it out alive at 3, so quite lucky there. Conscripts member going down to those Ostrupens. The Ostrupens are not going to get still shot while these guys cap over there. Molotovs have been researched for Marcus. Is he actually going to throw down one here? Yeah, there we go. The wind-up pitch, and down goes the Molotov. A lot of damage is actually going to go down on this Ostrupen squad. They are quite concentrated in that house. They do jump out of the house down to 4 men, probably down to 3 before they get out of the range of these conscripts. They're actually going to run into another conscript squad, so that's 4 men, 3 men, maybe even 2. No, down to 3, okay. Conscripts do jump into the house and harass these Ostrupen. 2 men go down to that harass. They are going to retreat, and they will take some more damage on the retreat, but how many men are going to make it out alive? Another one goes down to 3. So you can see just how fragile they are, but like I said, they are capable of capping, so that allows you to get some control. And we now have a Panzer Grenadier hitting the field for NIRAer. That's going to give him that much needed firepower in his infantry. And also a half-track being produced for NIRAer. So that's going to be quite nice. Will allow him to reinforce on the field, because those Ostrupen tend to die a lot. And if equipped with flamethrowers, well, that's going to be quite a strong force. As for Marcus, we do see him getting 4 conscript squads now, and also has researched the field infirmary, the Molotovs, and is now getting himself a preemptive anti-tank grenade. He is expecting some type of vehicle hitting the field soon, and he is not wrong. The half-track has now been produced and is hitting the field right now. Conscripts over here getting harassed by the Ostrupens and the Panzer Grenadiers taking a lot of damage. Molotov going down on top of the path that he anticipated, but it went down a little bit too late and didn't actually do much damage, although one Ostrupen stupidly stood in the fire and got burned alive. Second one also did the same, wanted to do a little dance. But the half-track is on the field, so it will allow them to reinforce without having to retreat. Conscript Squad seeing that half-track is moving forward, maybe trying to throw an 18-8, but the half-track is opening up on them, and it backs off, so it doesn't get in range of that 18-8. Panzer Grenadiers do rush up to defend it, and that Conscript Squad is now down to 4 men. So we'll need some help. There's a Conscript Squad a little bit to the south of it that is not moving to reinforce. A little bit of a lag there on the response, and there it goes. The Conscript Squad is moving up to support. Conscript Squad in the center does get retreated down to 2 men. It for some reason stops there at the cart, looking at the Conscript Squads that was coming up to help them, and then they go along their way, still at 2 men, very lucky to be alive. Up north we see another Conscript Squad just capturing territory, and flamethrower equipped on that half-track. The conscripts do rush forward, trying to get an 18-8 on that half-track. Is it actually going to be able to? It is in range of it. Can it actually get that? Yeah, it does. Takes a lot of damage to those flamethrowers and the combined force of the Panzer Grenadiers, but the half-track is now damaged, and we'll have to retreat and get reinforced. We did see that NIRAer was going to produce himself a scout car, but he decided to cancel that in favor of getting a second Panzer Grenadier squad. As for Marcus, we see him getting Tier 1 already produced, and we'll be producing something from that soon. He's not producing anything just yet. He did get himself the Guards Rifle Combined Arms Tactics, so he will probably be calling in a Guards Rifle squad to be able to combat that flamethrower half-track, which is a well, priority at this point. Second Panzer Grenadier is about to hit the field for NIRAer as well, so there's going to be a lot more firepower for NIRAer. Flamethrower also equipped on the combat engineers for Marcus, so we'll see if he produces a scout car from his Tier 1. Guards Rifle did get called in, so he doesn't have the manpower right now to produce it, but there he goes, gets the manpower and is now getting himself a scout car. So we'll either see the Guards Rifle or the Flamethrower equipped engineers get on that M3 scout car. And the M3 with a Guards Rifle is, well, curiously known as a Marcus car, because he is one of the players that started doing that at first back in the betas, I believe even alphas maybe. So it got nicknamed after him as a Marcus car, and that is having an M3 with a Guards Rifle in there. Half-track going into the center of the field, forcing away that combat engineer. The conscript squad down south will also get forced off the field probably. Over here on the left-hand side, we see a conscript getting pushed away by a Panzer Grenadier because, yeah, they can't actually fight against them. They do have the capability of hitting the dirt and getting PPSHs, but he doesn't have the 2 command points needed for the PPSHs. And we actually do see the Marcus car making its appearance in the game, and it's going forward against that half-track. That half-track had no idea, and there goes the PTRS rifles. There's nothing in the area to support that half-track. Not even Ostrupens to be able to throw a Panzerschrecks, and look at that damage by the PTRS rifles on the chase. Also, the scout car does some good damage, and down goes the half-track. Who got it? The scout car? Yeah, scout car actually got it. The M3 got the kill. And now these Panzer Grenadiers are going to get harassed by the scout car. It isn't as good as killing his infantry as a scout car or M3 with a flamethrower. However, well, Panzer Grenadiers can't really do much against it, and, you know, they can maybe throw a nade, but the nade isn't going to do that much damage. Keep in mind, though, that the Sturmgewehr assault rifles that the Panzer Grenadiers have can actually do a lot of damage at close range to a scout car, so you still have to keep it a little bit in range. Flamethrower equipped engineers do some good damage to the Panzer Grenadiers, but they do get forced off once a bundle nade gets thrown at them. Scout car now very low in health. We do see a 221 scout car, sorry. For NIRAer being produced, it's about to hit the field, and here it comes. If you upgrades it with an autocannon, that will do very quick work of that scout car, or M3 scout car, but even then, it has to worry about the PTRS rifles. And we do see a complete Panzer Grenadier squad going down for NIRAer. Quite unfortunate for him. That is a lot of manpower lost and a lot of very much needed firepower. The Ostrupens can throw a Panzerschreck, but you know, not the most hardy of units to get up close to that scout car. Scout car does move into the center, trying to catch that that M3 scout car. Or 221 trying to catch the M3, just to make a distinction. But the M3 is back at base. Pioneers do actually notice that it's back at base, and NIRAer is sending his scout car, his 221 forward, but he hasn't actually upgraded the autocannon. It's not going to be able to kill it in time. It does open up against the scout car, does some decent amount of damage, but a second scout car produced for Marcus is now on the field with those guards rifle on it, and look at that damage go. And yeah, that scout car is boned. One last burst, and main gun destroyed. Second shot obliterates it, and the Pioneers are forced off of the field. So nice attempt there by NIRAer, but he needed to get that autocannon if he wanted to at least try to get the snipe on the scout car, even if he lost his own. So yeah, quite unfortunate there for NIRAer. So now Marcus has a very dominating position on the map. He has 4 conscript squads and 2 scout cars, and 1 scout car is getting repaired, and has already actually gotten fully repaired with a flamethrower on it. So that's going to be doing a lot of damage to these Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers can return the damage, you know, at close range, but they are going to suffer a lot in the process. And there goes the flamethrower doing some very good damage. Second Panzer Grenadier squad did get produced by NIRAer to replace the one he lost. Bundle Nade goes down onto the scout car, but it's not an anti-tank or anti-vehicle weapon. So it does do some good damage, but at Vet 2 with the scout car, it already has reduced damage taken. So it's not going to be able to finish it off. And there goes the Panzer Grenadiers on retreat, down to 2 men each. Is the scout car going to retreat down to 1 man each now? Very lucky to be alive on those Panzer Grenadiers. And we see an Ostrupen squad caught behind enemy lines in the path of those scout cars, so I don't think these Ostrupen will make it out alive. And down. Yeah, they're not going to make it out alive. And down goes an Ostrupen squad, and a fuel cache caught by those PTRS is also now going to be going down. Also, at some point in the game, I didn't actually check where, another one of the Ostrupen squads went down. So we are only down to 1 Ostrupen squad for NIRAer. He is producing himself a Flak Panzer, which is a decent counter for these scout cars. It will allow him to get that anti-infantry capability on the field, and he doesn't actually have to deal against any armor right now. So I suppose it's fine. Conscripts down south capturing, conscripts going further south to capture more. We do see the Vet 2 on this scout car now available, or, well, acquired. And the flamethrower equipped engineers are now going to repair the vanilla one. This scout car has actually gotten some good amount of kills. 5 kills, 1 being a building, which is this one right here, and the 4 infantry, very close to Vet 1 on that scout car, so a lot of errancy going down to the scout cars. Conscripts capturing that munitions point, and Pioneers getting chased by Vet 1 conscripts. They are going to have to keep on running. They're going south. I'm not exactly sure where they're going. They don't have a very good retreat path, and there they go on the retreat. They are going to have to run through the conscripts, taking some damage in the process, but it should be fine. Flak Panzer actually catches one of the scout cars out in the open, and down goes the entire flamethrower combat engineers. They actually all died on the car. So one thing to keep in mind with the changes that took place a long time ago, I forget where it actually happened, but essentially it made it so that when you have units garrisoning a vehicle, if the vehicle goes down, there's a 50% chance per unit in that squad that the unit will get killed. So essentially you're rolling dice, and in this case the entire squad died. So it's actually a very low probability of that happens since it's 4 men, but I don't want to do the math right now, so yeah. Scout car down south is the Vet 2 one, so that one is still alive. The Flak Panzer is moving to catch it, and it does do some very nice damage, but with that reduced damage taken that it's gotten at Vet 2, it allows him to actually back off and stay alive. The PTRS rifles do retort to the Flak Panzer and do some decent amount of damage. A second 18-8 goes onto the Flak Panzer and brings it about 60% health. Vet 2 conscript squad is in a lot of trouble, down to 1 man. Panzer Grenadier shooting it on the retreat. Is it actually going to make it out alive? Barely makes it out alive. Very lucky conscript squad there. And the scout car overdrives and gets the hell out of there. Doesn't want to have to deal with that wind. And Marcus decides to get himself tier 4. So one can only assume that we're going to see Su-85s. So yeah, very popular strategy from previous patches. Tier 1, tier 4. Getting yourself your scout cars and snipers. Snipers have not seen an appearance in the game so far, but he hasn't actually needed them. Could actually work right now, considering that there are Panzer Grenadiers on the field, and snipers against Panzer Grenadiers are just amazing because, well, that is so much manpower per shot that, you know, becomes unsustainable for your opponent. Flak Panzer down south, just retreating a little bit. Should probably stop if it wants to get repaired by the Pioneers. And stop. Yeah, there it goes. It did stop finally. So only one unit on the field for Marcus. It is a PPSH equipped conscript. It's going into the center of the map. We do see Panzer Grenadiers jumping into this house, doing some very nice damage to the conscripts. Panzer Grenadier squad is only at 2 men though, and Molotov goes into the house and forces a retreat, while the conscripts down to 3 men themselves also retreat off of the field. Vet 2 on both of the units in the scout car. This is the Guards Rifle and the scout car itself. Vet 2 on both of them actually increase the accuracy of their weapons, so it's actually going to be a quite harassive scout car. Quite nice. Panzer Grenadier at Vet 2 is getting chased by that scout car, but since they do have Vet 2, they should be able to make it out alive. They will run through PPS Sages and probably take a damage and maybe lose one more guy, but with the increased armor at Vet 2, I believe they're going to be fine. And yeah, one Panzer Grenadier goes down on the retreat, but it still makes it out alive at 2 men. Another Panzer Grenadier squad on the field. We are now up to 3 for NIRAer. Scout car does chase it away, but we now have the Su-85 on the field for Marcus. Flak Panzer pushes forward, trying to catch that scout car. Does a nice shot onto it. Second shot does some very good damage, but the Flak Panzer takes 2 shots from that Su-85 and is now down to about 25% health and is forced essentially off of the field. Panzer Grenadiers noticing that they can't do much against that Su-85, while the Su-85 can't do much against it as well. Flak Panzer notices that the Su-85 is going forward, trying to hunt it down, and moves out of the way. The Su-85 keeps going forward, and it is not focusing sight, so it doesn't have the extended sight range, but it allows it to keep that speed. So he's just going to open up on those Panzer Grenadiers exiting the base. Up north, we see Panzer Grenadiers fighting against conscripts. The conscripts are down to 3 men. They do throw a nice Molotov, but a bundle nade, a money bundle nade, goes down right there and executes the entire squad on the retreat. So one conscript squad does get taken out by NIRAer. So he must be feeling pretty good about that pickup right there. Su-85 is going to stay in the center of the map and deny the Flak Panzer the ability to harass there. We do see the Flak Panzer over here on the left-hand side, and it's very close to the scout car. Scout car opens up on Panzerschreck, the equipped Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadiers do take a volley onto it, and only one of those Panzerschrecks actually hit. And the scout car is now Vet 3, which actually reduces the amount taken, further reduces. So it manages to make it out alive, even though it took a direct hit by that Panzerschreck. So quite an annoying scout car now that Marcus has. It's going to be very difficult to take out. It's going to get repaired now, and it has a Vet 2 Guards Rifle in it. It's about half health. If it hits Vet 3, that's just going to be ridiculous. It's going to have so much durability that, yeah. Down south, conscripts just capturing territory, regaining that side of the land. Up north, we see Osttrupens capturing the victory point, and Panzerschreck equipped Panzer Grenadiers going to the munitions point. We do see a conscript squad with the PPSH running into those Osttrupens. The Osttrupens are in a lot of trouble. Those are PPSHs. They're going to do a lot of damage close by. They're down to 3 men. Down to 2. Down to 1. They do hit retreat. Are they? No. Down it goes. So yeah. Bad reaction time there for NIRAer, and he loses one of his Oststrupen. And we now see snipers on the field for Marcus. So yeah, completing the circle. Su-85 plus snipers. It's going to be very difficult for NIRAer to deal with. And he is producing 2 at a time. Well, not at a time. 2, you know, queuing up a second one. First sniper is going up north. We'll see what he does over there. Center of the map, Panzerschreck equipped Panzer Grenadiers getting actually sniped by that Su-85. It is now up to 1 kill, so congrats on the Su-85. And the Flamethrower Engineers are in the church. Another shot by the Su-85 actually kills another one. Very nice Su-85 there. Down to 1 man on that Panzerschreck equipped Grenadier, and it is forced off of the field. Retreating, and the scout car is going into the center. Is it actually going to chase it? No, it's just going to be a little bit cautious there. Panzer Grenadiers down south fighting against the conscript. The conscript do throw a Molotov over the hedge trying to catch those Panzer Grenadiers, but the Panzer Grenadiers do run into them. But with the PPSHs and Vet 2, they actually manage to hold their ground, getting light cover by Hit the Dirt, and the Panzer Grenadiers are forced off of the field. Flak Panzer in the north is taking some shots at that scout car, but with the Vet 3, the scout car pretty much just shrugs off that damage and is less, it still has more than half health essentially. Panzer Grenadiers down south rushing towards that conscript squad. They are going to throw a bundle nade, but the bundle nade is quickly dodged. Does a little bit of health damage. But the Panzer Grenadiers are doing a lot of damage to the conscripts. The conscripts do hit the dirt once again. No, actually, that was the Ura. I think that was a mistake. No, wait, sorry, that was the Ura that was done over here. I don't know, a couple things flashed on top of them, and I thought he toggled something, but anyways. So the Panzer Grenadiers do actually get forced off of the field, and the Su-85 opens up on them, trying to get the kill. Panzer IV hitting the field for NIRAer will be quite useful for NIRAer. Could have potentially gotten a flank on the Su-85, but the Su-85 is now getting support by a second Su-85 that is hitting the field, so unless the Panzer IV went right now to get that kill, it's not going to be able to do much. Guards Rifle in the house, doing some very nice damage to the Flak Panzer, and shot by the Su-85 takes it out of control, and down goes the Flak Panzer. Panzer Trek equipped Grenadiers, Vet 3 now on those Guards Rifles, and the Su-85 is just simply backing off. So, yeah, that's going to be very tough for NIRAer to deal with, and he says, yeah, it's too tough, I'm not going to deal with it right now. Even though I have a Panzer IV, I'm just going to call it quits. He didn't actually even see the second Su-85, so he would have been even further surprised once he saw that. Snipers did get some kills. We have 3 kills on one and 1 kill on the other. They did execute a Pioneer squad up north. Up north, okay. A little bit too up, but anyways. So yeah, very nice play by Marcus. Very nice to see that Marcus car in play, and it actually had the capability of being a Vet 3 Marcus car, which is just ridiculous. But yeah, again, this is potentially, I mean, we haven't actually gotten a date when the patch is actually going to hit us, but they're supposed to be working on the veterancy system, so it's possible that by the time this replay comes out, we might see a patch changing the way the veterancy works. So, anyways, regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description below. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.